These are your Unit 3B Day 4 notes. We have practiced writing graphs from given inequalities. We've also practiced, when given a graph, writing an inequality. Today, you are going to practice creating an inequality based upon a given situation. So, in order to do this, you are going to need to know what key vocabulary goes with each of these symbols. So, when you hear the word, Jim is at least 3, you know which one of these corresponds with that. So, the first thing we're going to do, maybe a little boring, but it's going to be very helpful, is we're going to write down keywords. If you look on the document, or if you look on the assignment for today, you can also see that there is an image of some keywords as well that you could refer to. So I'm going to just go through this, and then you guys can go ahead and copy it into your notes. Okay, the first one that you're going to look at is less than. Remember, we read it like a book. The smaller part we see first, so that's why it's less than. So less than, fewer than, smaller than. If you see these keywords, you know it is correlated with the less than symbol. So please record this in your notes. Next we have our less than or equal to symbol. Remember, this little line underneath means it could be equal to. And some keywords for this are maximum, at most, and no more than. When you see this word maximum, you might be like, why is that associated with a less than or equal to symbol? Well, let's think about it. If you say at maximum, I can have 5 friends over, that means that you could have 5 friends, so it's equal to 5, but if not, it's going to have to be less than 5. So that's when you think about these ones, I want you to kind of picture in your head the situation. Make up a situation that goes with it, and then it might make more sense why this is the symbol related to that. So please pause video and get this information in your notes. Okay? When we think about this, remember, our first one is really just reading what this, how the symbol reads. So greater than or equal to, remember, because it has that little line underneath, that means it could equal it. Then we have minimum, at least, and no less than. So if we think about it, you know, Miss Pilch wants to have at least 5 friends show up to her party. That means it could be more than 5. It could be equal to 5. Or it could be, you know, like we said, greater than 5. So again, when we see this word at least, don't immediately think, oh, less than. You got to put it in context. Okay, let's work on the last one. We have our greater than symbol. So make sure I think you've put this in, but if not, pause the video and put this in. Okay? And then our last set of vocabulary to help us with our inequalities, we have our greater than symbol. So greater than, more than, larger than. Okay? So remember, as you're writing these inequalities into verbal representations, come back and look at these so that you know what it means. You're going to have this scenario, you're going to have to write this inequality, and you might forget what symbol goes with what word. So look at this right here. It'll help you. Okay? So we're going to look at an example together now. Make sure that you have this information in your notes. Here we go. So the team has earned at least 15 points during the competition. All right. So I highlighted blue. That's the team. They learned at least in red. At least. See right here, it goes with at least 15 points during the competition. 15 points. All right. So how much the team earned, that's our variable. We know that it's more than or at least 15. So that means it's got to be more than 15 or it could be equal to 15. At least 15 points. Okay? So if we look right here, we have our variable, our symbol, and our quantity or number. These 3 things will be in every single inequality that you write. Okay, let's practice one together. I'm going to highlight my key details. So we have the teacher needs at least 12 students. Now remember, every inequality has a variable, an inequality symbol, and a number or a quantity. So if we look right here, the teacher needs, we know what she needs, but we don't know what she has. So that's the variable, my X, needs at least, okay? She needs at least 12 students. So I'm gonna put my 12 down because I know that's my quantity, and then I'm gonna think about it. Or I could look back at my chart. So she needs at least 12 students. Okay, so that means it could be equal to 12, right? Or it has to be greater than, okay? Because if she had 11 students, right here, if this was an 11, that wouldn't be at least 12, okay? And remember, you guys, just look back at your chart if you're finding this difficult, and then you'll start to get the hang of it, okay? I'm going to do, let's say, one more. Make sure you have this in your notes. So here we go. I can drive 8 people at most in my van. So let's break it up. We got I can drive 8 people, that's my quantity, at most in my van. So I found my keys, words in this representation. So I'm going to write my variable, my X. I like to write my number second because I think figuring out the symbol is the hardest part. So I put my 8 there. And it's saying at most 8 people. So she can't be more than 8 people. So since we know that what we don't know, the amount of people, has to be less than 8 because it's at most. If we had 9 people here, then that would be more. Okay? All right, we'll try one more. Make sure you're getting this copied in your notes. Helena must work at a minimum of 4 days per week. So Helena must work, got our clue word, a minimum of 4 days per week. First, I'm going to do my variable. We don't know how much Helena's working, but we know that she works at minimum 4 days a week, so I have my variable and my number, and now I need to figure out which symbol I use. So Helena must work a minimum of 4 days per week. So she could work 4 days, so we're going to use this symbol. Got that equal part. And then a minimum of 4 days. If we're saying a minimum of 4 days, that means she can work more than 4 days, but she can't work less. So that means that our variable has to be greater than or equal to 4. All right, you guys, don't be afraid to just go back and refer to your chart while you're doing these on your own. So I want you to pause the video, and I need you to try all of these on your own. And then you'll come back through and we'll check the work together. Okay? Hopefully you tried these on your own. Let's go through them. I did the highlighting ahead of time to save a little time. So now we are going to go through it. So Dana has less than 150 in her bank account. Dana has some money. We don't know how much. It's our variable. But we know that it's less than. So how much she has to be less than $150. All right? Let's look at this next one, okay? The order is a little bit different in here, so don't let that confuse you. A maximum of 20 people are allowed in the room. We don't know how many people are in the room, so we got our variable. But we know that it cannot be more. It's at maximum 20 people, so it's got to be less than 20 people. But something to think about here is it has a maximum of 20 people. So it has to be less than 20 people, but it could also be equal to 20 people at maximum. So you can have 20, but just can't be more than that. Perfect. Let's look at the next one. Matthias must earn no less than an 85% on his exam. All right, we don't know what Matthias's score is, but we know that it has to be no less than 85%. So it could be 85%, so that means it could be equal to 85, or it could be more than. He's got to have no less than 85, but it could have more than 85. So that unknown test score could be greater than or equal to 85. Okay, let's keep going. A suitcase must weigh less than or equal to 50 pounds. Okay, we don't know how much the suitcase weighs. That's our mystery variable. We do know that it could be less than or equal to 50 pounds. So this one is a pretty straightforward. It says it right for you. Less than or equal to 50 pounds. Okay, next. You must be 12 years old or younger to get the discount. We don't know your age, but we know you have to be younger than, which younger than would be less than. It's smaller. How much do you have to be younger than? 12 years old. Perfect. Just 2 more left. Hang with me. You're doing a good job. A minimum height of 48 inches is required to get on the ride. Okay, again, that not in the typical order here, but it will help you if you look for those clue things. Okay, this is a number. I know that has to be in my number spot. A minimum, that's a clue word for inequality. I know that that's going to be my inequality spot. And we don't know how many people on the ride, or we don't know the height of the person trying to get on the ride. Okay, so we don't know that, so that's our X. But we know that it could be, it says at minimum 48. So it could be 48, so that means it's equal to, or the person has to be taller than 48. So it's greater than or equal to, because it could be 48. And we always put our quantity in last, okay? Number 10, our last one. So fewer than 120 people went to the concert. I highlight my keywords. Fewer than is an inequality. 120 people is our number. And went to the concert. We don't know how many people are at the concert. So that's our unknown. But we know that it's fewer than or less than 120 people. Okay? Please make sure that you have this information correctly written in your notes. You can use your notes on your test. Just like you can use a summary sheet and you could use your notes. So it's a reason that you want to have these filled out accurately with all the steps so that it's a good reference for you and a tool when you're helping you take your assessments. All right? So this is it. Best of luck on your formative tomorrow.